I bet a lot of y'all recognize this plant as pokeweed. You can see these flowers that'll make a berry that's kind of purple looking, whatever. Some people call it Indian ink because the Indians literally use these berries to stain or dye stuff. And as a kid, I did too. Didn't know any better because it turns out they're toxic to humans. Cattle farmers don't like this because cattle can get sick if they eat it, but deer have been browsing this, just, I mean, heavily browsing this. And the bacteria in a deer's rumen allow them to eat some of these plants that are toxic to humans or cattle or other species and get the benefit out of them without any ill effects. Now, pokeweed is toxic when it matures. When I was a kid, my mom would pick the leaves off young pokeweed, wash it kind of good, rinse it a little bit, and then melt it down with hot bacon grease, and that was our salad, man. And we thought it was great. We thought it was the greatest thing, living high on the hog. But pokeweed, when it's mature, is toxic to humans. If they consume too much, it can even be fatal. The berries can be fatal when it makes a berry. Some kids have been reported to have died from consuming pokeweed berries. So you want to be careful with this, but deer do pretty well on it. Now, if you back up and look a little bit, I'm standing in a burn pile. This is where we cleared some stuff and piled the brush here and burned it. And when you burn trees, even though I've said this before, and any 1 square foot of wood is not many nutrients, you stack a lot of trees on here and burn it, condense that down, and plants can utilize it, it becomes rich. I've seen that in food plots where I've had burn piles and clean it up, the ash is all there, and that's the tallest plot in the food plot. And I'm sure these pokeweeds here, man, they're bigger around at the base and thicker, probably benefiting from this burn pile. Even though it's really dry right here, they're doing great. Deer are what's called concentrate selectors. They find plants that have trace minerals, nutrients, whatever compounds in them that they need, and deer needed something in this pokeberry and definitely went to town on it. Check the pokeberry out where you hunt, see if deer are browsing on it.